So that's just the surgical scar that you're looking at. One of the things that we want to do for it is we want to compare it to the last one because that'll be very important. Someone's going to kick me out. Okay, good. Last time it didn't like that last scan. So, and then when you look, so, and these are the ones that are done like after giving the contrast. So one of the things that you're going to look at is like there is this kind of, as you go through, I mean, there's
brighter areas.
Yeah, and there's this white line that's kind of around, right? So this is where his tumor used to be. And there's just this like almost like thing that like a border on that, and that is just like them cutting, right? They've taken it out and done all of that, and looking at all of that.
So which is which here?
This is the most recent.
Okay.
That's the older one.
Okay.
And that's the one, and I can show you even the one from diagnosis too. The one that will show the almost like the scarring from before a little bit more is this what we call flare signal. So with that, you'll see there seems to be like the brightness is a little bit more. The wherever his tumor was before, his body's kind of helped to, like there's fluid in there because it's an empty space. Your body develops spinal fluid, so it's filling it up, right? So that's why there's these little like almost like blushes of bright within what is really a fluid-filled area. So when you look at it with this one as well, you know, you're kind of seeing like, now compared to the old ones, there's more brightness around, but this is just because this shows a little bit more of the impact of the surgery itself. Not saying that his brain is not functioning over there, but you just kind of get more of this like scarring from it. It just is a little bit, it just shows it to more of an extent. So one of the things that you want to look at, let's see if we can kind of, okay. So when you kind of link them up, you know, you're seeing very similar findings to it, you know, so there's not much of a difference as well. And of course, just for reference sake,
Dude.
buddy, I know you're tired. You know?
Yeah.
Can't see. That one's crazy with all that white.
Yeah, that's the fluid, right? So each of these scans, like the extra fluid is white or dark, so that one will look a little bit different. Now, on his first one, this is pre-surgery, so this is February 9th. So you can see, like, look at all that. This is the post-contrast. And on this one, you're just seeing that thin line of like scarring around, but you're not seeing like what looks like this kind of jutting out over here.
But not like what about that area right there?
Like right here?
Yeah, like why is that thicker and sort of glowier?
That's a mark off the fluid. So there's actually, that's not even tumor. That's not even brain tissue. That's fluid. And for some reason, the contrast is probably going into it because it's connected to the brain.
Right.
So that's not even where there's tumor in there. Like there's not even possible. There's not. That's just like an empty space that has some fluid in it. So it's an artifact of having like a large area of fluid sitting there. Let me see if I think. Okay. On this one, in that one you can see it, right? Like that was what.
Right.
Yeah.
That was so that whole area was taken out. So.
Will he always have that hole?
Yeah,
or
but
will it grow in?
it'll grow in a little bit, and then he's gonna grow. So relatively